Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Morning Spike. We're here to talk about all the football things that are going on. We're in the playoffs. Man, we had some great games yesterday. We got some good games coming today. And apparently in Buffalo, we got a snowstorm that's going to push everything to Monday. So I'm Brian the Grizzly here with Martin. How you feeling, Martin?
Still waking up, man.
Yeah, hey, you
Still waking
are like this is really early for you. We have no excuse. Everyone else has no excuse. But when I jump on and Martin is here. I'm like, okay, at least I got one person I can depend
Yeah,
on.
these Sundays are brutal for me. I can't wait till spring.
Oh yeah,
I
that's
can't
so
wait till spring because then it just
gives you an
you
extra
know
hour of sleep. Yeah,
yeah, man. uh, I yesterday's game was just I was so unexpected. Um, well outside the Chiefs and Dolphins, I expected that one.
I,
It was the Browns.
the Houston Texans and Browns game, that was something. I mean,
I can't
CJ was
explain.
like
Flacco just
black
oh
oat.
man. And then Harris, who I've been kind of like excited about, finally, really did really good yesterday. In our league, if you really want to count how much points he actually got in our league, he got 26.95.
Holy what?
Mm-hmm. That's like 4 points under CJ Stroud in our league.
That's
CJ
nuts.
had 31.80 and we had 26. Christian Harris had 26.95. I don't know. I have him starred. Like I've been looking at him. I've been waiting until Houston finally,
Starts using
So
them.
yeah. So right now he's a free agent in our league. So who knows, man?
Man. Oh
But
yeah,
yeah,
draft
dude.
time.
I'm
Yeah, a
looking
lot of
at
stuff.
him like
Man.
he did really good throughout the season. He did really good yesterday, and I'm like, dude, that's Nelson also did really good. Like it was just overall, Houston showed up, man, and
They
and,
were
and
ready
Cleveland.
to be that young and to be ready. The team, that means your coach got everyone ready. Everyone believes in the quarterback. Everyone believes we're going to be tough. And I enjoy seeing stuff like that. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Good for them too, man. Like they've been having so much drama in the last few years that every year that I just look forward to seeing what Houston does because it's always something new, always some type of drama thing. I'm like, I can't wait to what they do next this offseason. And it's always something new. And then for the first time, it's like we might actually see them go under the radar through the offseason. And we'll see what happens. But good for
You know,
them.
we talked about this during our the offseason. And I said I think that Houston's going to do better than everyone else expects them to do. I was like, they're sneaky good because you look at their offensive line. The offensive line is good.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have your left tackle, you have your right tackle, you have those things there, right?
Yeah.
Then you have your defense, and you got 2 first-round picks coming with a quarterback and a defensive end rush. I knew Sting was eventually going to be good, and they had so many parts that looked like it was going to match up, and
Right.
I didn't know it was going to be this good though. Even I said 7.5. 10 wins later, they're in the playoffs. That's crazy.
Yeah, no, that's there was a lot of teams that I didn't expect to be as good as they were. Like the Rams are one of them, and they'll probably play
Mm-hmm.
today. So I was like, holy crap! Like, nobody thought the Rams would make it this far, and then yet alone have Stafford go back to Detroit and
Oh
play
my God,
play there.
it's so
So,
good. It's so good.
so yeah,
Goff gets to play his OT. Stafford gets to play his team, and Stafford walking to Detroit, and if he had a great game, Detroit's going to still, no matter what, Detroit's going to be happy. It's like either their team goes on or their favorite son goes on. It's like it's perfect for them.
right. It was just a plethora of things, and some of the guys here are saying in chat too. Yeah, it was just a numerous of things that went wrong. But good morning, Jonathan, Derpy, Brandon. How are you guys? Welcome in. Some of you already putting bets, and some of you doing okay. So, but yeah, good morning, guys. Yeah, the defense got some players. Harris, Stingley, Will Anderson. Yeah, no, and it was very, they came together. They did what they had to do. So, I was just as shocked. Like I was looking at our numbers, and like I said, Christian Harrison did really really good for them, especially in our league. So
Yeah, but you're waiting for this stuff to happen. Like all of them
I
have
knew he
talent,
was good.
you know. But all these guys, everyone they're naming they all have talent. We all knew this stuff could come together. I just didn't know D'Amico Ryan was going to be able to put them all together, put it together the right way, and that's what we saw, a culmination of all that talent coming together to play. That was cool.
Yeah, Jonathan put in his bets. Had Pacheco touchdown Hunt, under 200 yards, Chiefs -4.5, and Singletary 65 yards, single got 66. Oh, Singletary screwed you on that one by a single yard, man. Got Packers and Rams. Okay. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
I will go the other way. Like, I can see the Rams win. I got the other team.
I got the other team. Yeah, I think we got we got Dallas and Detroit today, so we'll see how it happens. I mean, like I said, yesterday's game. Holy crap! Did not expect that. So now I'm like, are the boys gonna finish it? Like, I'm gonna be so mad if they can't get past this first round, man. I swear.
They have to, man. They have to.
They should. Jordan Love is good. Like, I get it. Like, he's pretty good. He's impressed me a lot. Like, he was under Rodgers for years, and it's just like he plays a lot like him. And
as long as they block
Rodgers,
for him,
but he plays similar.
No, but he reads quickly. He gets the ball out. He has a quick trigger, and as long as they block for him, they're going to be okay. If they don't block for him, then he gets destroyed. That's what the games that he had were the ones they put pressure on. He doesn't like pressure in his face. So as long as you could actually put pressure on him, you might actually be able to do okay.
Right. So I don't know. I'm hoping that's going to be a good game as well, Jonathan. But we'll see. I choose Rams because they banned Matthew Stafford jerseys from the stadiums in Detroit.
I think that's hilarious, man. I just think that's hilarious.
People are still going to be wearing them. What's up, guys?
How's it going, guys? You guys up?
Go Pack, go!
Whoa.
Taking out the Cowgirls today. I like it.
Oh, man, I'm going to go up there and change my jersey, put my Cowboys jersey on. Let's go.
Yeah, the Eagles won on last week, so.
I actually had it on for the day. I was like, no, I'm changing it. I think this team can go all the way. I honestly believe
it could.
Yeah, but Jonathan, to this comment, though, I don't think the Panthers would have been. They might have had 2 or 3 more games.
They would have won more. I think that he's a bigger
2 or 3 more games. That line is so atrocious. I don't care who you put back there. It doesn't matter who you put back there. That line is so bad.
You don't think Frank Wright or C.J. Stroud would have won because they had games they could have won.
It doesn't matter. That line is so bad.
When you look at those games, there's like 4 games they could have won. That means they could have had 6-7 games.
I'm saying 2 to 3. I'm saying 2 to 3. That line is that
no.
bad. It's really bad. They need to fix
the weapons that he had in Houston.
No, he's not going to win Houston. He won 10 games.
Adam Thielen was your best weapon, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think I'm with Martin. They would have won.
Don't tell me whatever you. Yeah,
they won 2 with Bryce Young. So that's what I'm saying. Like, me saying they win in 6 games, C.J. Stroud does change. Ain't Frank Wright
He does. Like I said, 2 or 3 games. Like myself and Mark are saying that line was so bad.
Oh yeah, 2 or 3 more games, but that's it.
So you guys are
out in Miles Sanders
4 to 5. Yeah.
They had to rely on Chuba Hubbard.
But it's like,
they thought their run game would be 6. Better.
It's not a big deal. Like I'm saying,
and that defense was decimated by injuries all year.
Yeah, it was just bad all around, and it doesn't matter. But
you don't think that losing the coach and the coach, in the middle of the season, it didn't help them because they obviously didn't play freer.
No, they should have just kept him there.
Because he was a better coach, but he know how to coach Bryce Young.
It wouldn't have worked either. We kept our coach and lost every single game. So
yeah, but you kept your coach for like 45 years. Frank Wright just got there and they fired him in mid-season.
Stroud is still just better player. Texans aren't winning 10 games. Either Bryce.
Yeah, with Bryce.
With Bryce, no. I think Bryce might have CJ Stroud's a better QB. We've been saying that for almost a year and a half now. Like, he was already QB ready coming in. Like, he was the most QB ready coming in out of that last year's draft class. Now, the most talented one, I think, in my opinion, will probably be Richardson, but he's got to clean up his accuracy. And then at that point, I think his running upside and his plain athleticism will probably just get him, to be better. But we'll see. He started to look good, but then he got hurt. So
he looked good and he's explosive. But I don't know if he's ever going to be better than what Stroud could be, especially because Stroud is not. He's
number-wise, I think he'll outrush him, and I think that's.
Oh, he'll definitely outrush him, but he's never going to outpass him.
He'll keep up with them. So either way you look at it, it's like when you compare to Mahomes and Josh Allen, two different quarterbacks. Like you can't tell me they're the same. They're two different quarterbacks, but yet they're still the same tier. So then that's how I see Stroud.
I think Stroud is the higher tier. Stroud threw for 4,100 yards. I don't see Richardson throwing for 4,100 yards.
We don't know.
We
don't know.
CJ Stroud did with 23 touchdowns and 5 interceptions.
I understand that, but we don't know.
There's no. Yeah, but I'm not going to put him. I'm not going to just put Richardson because I liked him from the beginning in that same category. Like going next year, Stroud's going to be in a higher category than I'm going to put Richardson.
Oh yeah,
going to be in my question. I have no idea who the hell he is. I don't know.
I think the biggest thing in favor of Stroud though is the competency and ownership that the Houston Texans have versus whatever David Tepper's trying to bring to the Panthers. That guy is going to be like a Dan Snyder and just run that organization into the ground. Trust me, first-hand experience, 20 of the worst years of my life being known by Dan Snyder. And that's the line I think Tepper's towing at this point, throwing drinks on his own fans.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, oh, jeez.
So I feel like he's going to meddle in everything. He's going to have a say in players that they bring in, and they're going to have to overpay to bring in players probably at this point, and coaches. Because I'm a coach. I'm like, I don't want to go to Carolina. I'm going to have less than a year to try to turn that.
Than go Denver. Honestly, I would rather go to Carolina than Denver.
Well, Denver's not an option. Denver's got a head coach.
No, I'm talking about I'm a player. If I'm a player, I would rather go play with Carolina with a younger team with Brian Burns and stuff like that, with a new coach, a new options, new possibility than what Denver did. I would not as a free agent go to Denver.
Well, Carolina was the only one possible to have it because Denver's broke as hell.
Oh yeah, Denver's also broke as hell.
They're broke as hell. So
yeah, but they got Walmart money. They'll be all right.
No, they owe Walmart is what happened. They're under. No, not for reals. They're like negative 30 right now.
Yeah, but I think it's gonna be okay. They're gonna take a 1 year hit. They'll win 2 games next year, and then they'll be fine. The Bears did the same thing, and it just it works sometimes.
Pete Carroll?
No.
I don't know.
No.
I think he stays in Seattle. I think he takes an office job there. That's what they were talking about.
He has an office job already.
But they already gave him one, but he's hurt. Yeah. He's angry. You see all the interviews.
No, yeah, I know.
He's angry. Someone goes out and reaches out to him and says, "We're going to offer you a job," and he gets to stay in California or some way like that. Somewhere.
I heard something crazy. Apparently, after he had his press conference and everything, him and a bunch of former and current players had this huge party, and Russell Wilson surprised him.
Ooh,
and now there's rumors of a Russell Carroll reunion somewhere.
I can see that, but I just don't see where that would be. Like, you mean?
Well, it definitely wouldn't be in the Chargers because obviously they got Herbert.
What if it's Atlanta?
Could be Atlanta. Although I hear Belichick's the favorite.
No, they're too coned in on. Oh my gosh, who was it? I just read about it too. No, I forgot who it was. Damn.
I think you guys should bring Dan Quinn back.
No, Dan Quinn is actually interviewed by
Seattle.
Yeah. So they're having some regrets right now too. Maybe. I don't think so. I think he likes Tua so much. Like he's built his rapport there. So I think
I think he's enjoying the tax-free income and the weather in Miami.
I was like, he regrets going to negative 70 degrees and played and he flew back to Miami and landed it was 70 degrees and he had his tank top on. He was like, it's all right. I can do with this.
Right.
I don't know. I really can't say much on Pete Carroll. It's really just mainly a guessing game to see what happens really.
You don't know
as far as I know, he's staying in Seattle somewhere in the building, but just not as a coach. I don't see
that's okay. That guy, the way he is with that energy, It's the same thing as I don't see Belichick. I don't see them sitting down and not taking another job. I can see another team getting rid of who they have
I think
in
that's
favor
who
of
it was, Jonathan.
You get it?
Yeah,
I think that's who it was, actually, Jonathan. I think that's who it was. I can't remember who. I think that's who it was. I read something somewhere and I completely forgot.
I'm surprised that Bieniemy hasn't been getting any interviews. That really just surprised me.
It doesn't quite surprise me, honestly. With all the stuff that was coming out with the players not wanting him to be interim head coach and
well, you saw your locker room was broken. Your locker room was broken.
I understand that.
And those guys didn't want to play. Like, talent-wise, come on. You guys have enough talent to be anywhere in the NFC East. You have the talent. I just don't think they were ready there and they wanted to.
So why would you hire a head coach or an assistant coach that couldn't?
Because the players didn't want him. Because he wasn't the head coach. You know, what you call it? Kansas City would love to have him.
Oh, I can see. It'll take him back in 2 seconds. I know.
You know, they will love. They
probably will. That was my prediction. I said from the beginning. I was like, the enemy's probably going to go back to Kansas City.
I think he goes to be offensive coordinator somewhere for a year or two and does well, and then gets
I agree. I don't think he'll go back to Kansas City. Just because I think he wants that main role. He's been the secondary too long to not have the spotlight, and I think he's at that point where it's my time.
But if put it this way, so like you saw the struggles that Kansas City had on offense this year. If he goes back, and then all of a sudden Mahomes looks like Mahomes again next year, you don't think people are going to be like, oh, maybe it was Bieniemy that was
no, because Bieniemy's not going to waste his time doing that.
I think a good plan would be wherever Belichick goes. Wherever Belichick goes, Bieniemy goes. That would be a really good plan. You have
that'd be kind of cool, but
you get to be the offensive head coach. I mean, Belichick's going to let you do what you're going to do. He's great on defense. You show you could do. You make this team all of a sudden great. You can write to your ticket.
You know, that's like a 3-year plan, right? Because then
2. No, because I mean, let's say Belichick and Bieniemy go to Atlanta, and Atlanta's great next year, and then NFC Championship game the next. They have the talent there. They have the talent on defense. They have the talent on offense. You do that. You draft a quarterback. You do that. All of a sudden, wow. Bieniemy could go wherever he wants to go.
Yeah, I feel like
he was assistant to the head coach.
Have a head coach job with how many offers he gets. It doesn't take them.
It's the opposite. He hasn't been getting.
I see. That's yeah. It's. I don't think. No, actually, that's not too bad. Actually, the Chargers.
No, I mean, it all depends on Harbaugh.
No, I heard Harbaugh's the favorite to go to the Chargers.
Yeah, it depends on if he wants to do it or not. If he takes it, if he wants it, then he's going to get it. That's no question. But if not him, that's a very good Belichick. That makes a lot of sense. I mean, Pete Carroll makes a lot of sense too. Don't get me wrong, but I think Belichick to the Chargers, along with Bieniemy, would be amazing. And that division. Can you imagine that division then? Oh my goodness. So Belichick, Andy Reid, what's his name in Denver? Like what? That would be amazing.
I think Washington and Seahawks. Like when I typed up his name, like those are a few articles.
Why would you get rid of Pete Carroll and then bring in Belichick? That's crazy.
Right?
No, for Bieniemy.
Oh, Bieniemy. Okay.
Bieniemy.
Trey's going to be hurting soon. They can't pay you. No, they're broke as hell too. They're broke as hell too. I think they're also in the negatives, right? Yeah, I think they're second worst to be in negative. I think actually I just had it. I think they're like in the 40s or something like that. Negative 40 something. Yeah, they got to make some cut and losses here too.
I mean, but you could do that. I mean, Eckler.
I mean, we've seen it before. I've seen teams in the 60s and they fix it. Like
the Saints every year.
The Saints have 150 million under the cap.
And right now, the Saints are probably the most brokest ones again too. It doesn't even surprise.
They're almost double the Chargers. The Chargers are at 44. The Saints are 82.
Yeah, there you go.
That's insane.
I knew they were in the 40s somewhere, but yeah. I don't know how they do it, but they do it, and it
Yeah, the
impresses
Saints are
me
about to
every
make their
single year
offseason
now.
call. Hey, we need to restructure.
Everybody.
We're going to throw everything to the back end, deal with this later, because that's what we do.
That's what they do.
Kick the can down the road.
85,
Just keep
85
kicking the
mil.
can.
Exactly.
But you also you understand that the
Oh,
salary
exactly.
cap is going to raise about $35 million.
Mm.
So they're estimated to be around 240, 242.
Mhm.
So you're going to get some relief. Then
So,
you
yeah.
say we talk about the Chargers. We have that relief, and then you have Eckler gone. Then you're already under the cap.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's things you can do.
Yeah, I
They
think one of
be
those
okay.
receivers are probably also going to be gone as well.
Mike Williams. I'll probably let Michael, Williams go.
It wouldn't surprise me if Keenan Allen goes somewhere too. They might move from him.
Really, I just couldn't. The way that as many passes he got, I mean,
I understand that,
receptions he
but
got this year.
if a team is willing to take it on and trade for him, I don't see why not. Like, move on from him.
But you have to have enough talent. I don't know if you have enough talent receiving wise.
It don't matter. They'll take a low end pick. It doesn't have to be a player for a player. Teams trade for picks. Like
No. I'm saying that when you have a quarterback like what you have a Herbert, you don't get rid of all the talent that goes around because then all of a sudden you're flushing down years of him. You have to put
but if you're
good enough to win, it's not the offense is the problem. The problem is their defense and coaching is but you put that together with a great coach, then maybe they in a great defensive mind, possibly this stuff works.
Yeah, but I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I've seen it happen. Like with age goes, they kind of get rid of their dudes. Like it happens. I mean, shoot.
Until you
It
get
happened 2 years ago when no one expected Devontae Adams going to the Raiders. We didn't expect, Diggs going to the Bills. Like it's big name receivers end up going other places due to
but when you're not
situations
going
that
to
the
keep
teams
Mike
are in.
Williams, you're not going to get rid of both Allen and Williams. And Mike Williams
I didn't
can't
say
stay
Williams.
healthy.
You said Williams.
He can't stay healthy. He's literally hurt every year, and you owe him $20 million, and you can get rid of him and save you. I think it's $12 million you can save.
Everyone says car up, but that doesn't help.
No. Why?
Someone said it could get a good new. Oh my gosh. Someone said to get a good new coach, all you need is a coach that recently all linebackers.
Linebackers are nerds. All the linebackers and nerds are great coaches, I guess.
Yeah. Good morning, guys. We're doing all right. We're not too bad. Watching freaking crazy games that happened yesterday. Watched the fourth coldest game of all time. So, but no. Before we jump ahead though, CJ Stroud, I want to just read these accolades real quick. Because if you have him in Dynasty, you're like happy as hell. So, first rookie to ever lead the NFL in passing yards per game. First of 3 QBs ever to lead the NFL in passing yards per game to touchdown to interception ratio. Last one were Tom Brady and Joe Montana. Became the youngest QBs ever to guide his team to playoff win, obviously. So, they're in Houston. Tied the record with 3 touchdowns by a rookie in a playoff game. And also did it against the number 1 defense, which is amazing because
he just started cutting them up. And
I don't know what happened there.
It's even crazier when you talk about
recorded 98.4 total QBR in the first playoff ranking, and second highest in the QB playoffs since 2006 when they started tracking this. Set the record for most attempts within the interception to start his career at 191, and set the record for the most passing yards in the game by a rookie at 470, and tied the most touchdowns by a rookie in a game ever, which is 5. Like this dude.
No, but there's even more. If you do 4,100 yards, missing 3 games,
that's damn.
You understand that? Like 4,100 yards, missing 3 games. The dude easily could throw for 5,000 yards.
I'm just saying what so far that he has under his belt. So,
I mean, we can't throw for 4,000 yards, and he did it in 14 games.
Yeah. T. Williams is hurt, Allen is old, Eckler's a shell. Yeah, I agree. Get rid of them all. It's fine. Like just trade them out. Figure it out later. The Chargers are in
you can't do that to your quarterback. It's like you're not looking for him. You have him. You have to have something.
These assets are not good to me anymore. They're either old and busted. You got to get the new hotness.
I don't think you're right with that. Keenan Allen is good. He's top.
He's
receiving.
Old. Somebody will trade for him.
You don't do that to your asset and then expect him to come back.
Is that what Brady and Montana's crazy? Yeah, both won MVP. That two that Stratton won the toilet bowl. Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but it's okay. It'll be all right. It's not like I made the team.
He's been negative all morning, so no matter what I say, he's been arguing stupid shit anyway. So,
Keenan Allen
that makes no fucking sense to say Keenan Allen.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Keenan Allen is number 8 wide receiver.
Literally makes no sense.
But the assets that you can get out of it, like there's Mike Williams. Obviously, they're probably not going to sign Mike
more.
Williams.
I mean, he's a 31-year-old player.
You're getting a new receipt. You're getting a new coach who's coming in.
No, I know, and it depends on him.
So you don't get rid of all your assets.
His tone is arguing, but I'm not trying to argue. I'm just
you get underneath the cap.
I don't understand this right now. Are you trying to argue for something that we're agreeing on again?
No, you're wrong. That's it.
About what?
About everything. Like Keenan Allen literally had 1,200 yards this year, and it's not one of those times you don't get rid of your number one guy when you have the quarterback there. You don't get rid of him now when you get a new coach in. You don't do that. You don't get rid of assets when you're trying to gather assets. You can get rid of Mike Williams because he's always hurt. You get rid of Eckler because you're already getting rid of him. But that's not the same thing for Keenan Allen.
You know what I said could, right? Like, these are all possibilities.
I mean, possibilities. Possibilities. We could get rid of Tyreek Hill. Possibility. But it doesn't make any sense. I'm not going to tell you that it doesn't make sense.
Okay.
You know? Say, where are we at anyway? Oh, yeah.
That was great.
Well, look at this, Mr. Tank.
What's up, Anthony?
80% of the best was on the Browns. Vegas wins again. I wouldn't have bet on the Browns. I would have not bet the game, actually. That's why I just wouldn't bet the game.
Yeah.
Plus, Allen's always injured. Mike Williams. But Allen also only played 13 games this year, so can't say that. Allen's great. I'm just saying he is exiting his prime, especially how the young Herbert is. Then you have to have someone to replace him. I don't know what to think. I wanted Browns to beat the Ravens, but I wanted the Texans to win. I don't know if the Browns were going to beat the Ravens straight up in the playoffs.
No.
I don't think so. This is the best offseason head coach carousel ever because the star power came of Belichick, Carroll, Vrabel, Harbaugh, possibly Mike Tomlin. I do question about Vrabel. Where is he going to go now? Now that the Patriots already got their guy, I have no idea where Vrabel's going to go.
Be Bill Belichick's defense coordinator.
You don't think he's possibly can go to Washington?
Possible. I heard we were looking more defensive. So,
and who's better out there than Vrabel? Yeah, I was surprised Tennessee didn't hold on to him and ask for picks.
No, they didn't want to be in the back of the line for head coaches. So
I understand that. I mean, that makes sense.
The owner, the lady who owns them, had a whole interview about it. That's basically what she said. She said it would have taken time to work out compensation and all this, and then by the time we worked everything out, most of the head coaching positions probably would have been filled, and we would have been in the back of the line. So we didn't want to do that, so we just cut ties with them.
That makes 100% sense. Yeah,
I agree.
And Mike Tomlin ain't leaving.
Yeah, Mike Tomlin's going to sign the extension.
No, they should keep him there. They should keep him there.
Yeah,
if Bill gets the Chargers job, he's cleaning house. Because he's 72, he has time.
Right.
That defense really needs that. You do need to get rid of some of those defensive pieces. I wouldn't be surprised if you go ahead and get rid of Khalil. Because not drop him, but trade him. Trade those things, those assets. Your defense is terrible. Him having 17 sacks doesn't help you this entire season. I wanted Flacco, the revenge game of the century. Huh? Isn't that what we're getting with Detroit now and the Rams?
Revenge game.
A revenge game of the series because both sides are looking at it as revenge.
Basically, except the fact that they didn't pull one out of freaking retirement.
Yeah,
he was basically part of the trade. Now, it would have been different if the Browns had traded for Flacco, but
that
wasn't the case.
Like you threw him Flacco on the trash heap, and then he comes back and beats you. That would be.
Ooh.
I don't know. I was laughing. I'm like, damn, that's a true Raven right there. True Raven right there. I'll take Browns down with me. I don't know.
Hey, he did it. It was all planned. It was all
man in the chair, so it's able to watch.
That's what I said. Yeah, able to watch it. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
And then Jonathan says Vrabel and Henry to get. I don't think any established head coach is even going to look Carolina's way.
Yeah, because as you said, the ownership is. Sucking.
Yeah, I mean, Vrabel already had to deal with whatever was happening in Tennessee.
No.
The last thing he wants to do is go to be under Tepper.
Yeah,
I think the Carolina Panthers are going to have to get a young guy who wants to prove himself, and that's the way they're just going to have to go because no established person is ever going to want to step foot in Carolina.
No,
I agree.
Yeah,
especially after what happened last year when he
less than a year.
abruptly just denied everything what the coaching staff and everyone wanted. He's like, no, I want it.
And then you look at it now and you see CJ Stroud what he's doing.
Oh yeah, it's so stupid. It's so stupid. They're like, that's what we could have had, but like, they still would have been crap. It's just like it would have been a little bit better. It's just
I just think that division, there are games that are able to win. You're able to win in that division with a competent QB and a competent head coach. Like, and you get lucky. You might be outscore some people. And you know what? We're not saying like the people that Noah Brown is not a first round talent. You know what I'm saying? He's making these younger guys look good too.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, maybe, and that's why I think that he could have won a couple of more games.
Yeah.
Send Mac off now. He had a great year. He's at the highest selling point, and he's old.
He didn't have a great year. He had one great game.
Even with
for like 90% of his stats.
That's true.
Yeah, like 7 sacks or something stupid.
6 sacks, yeah.
Yeah, 6 sacks in one game. And the Khalil still ended up with 17 sacks.
Oh, okay. All right.
So I mean, he's still
a third.
A
third of his stats.
So still over a third of his stats in one game. But
minus 6, he still has 11. It's not
11 in the other games is actually pretty good. I didn't realize how many he had.
Yeah, that's a
lot.
lot.
You should have done your spike bet this year, Brian.
I know. I was 1 year off. I was 1 year off.
Last year, you're like, he's going to get 15 sacks.
I said 16. It was even worse.
Yeah.
It was even worse.
This year, though, 17, he would have made it.
Yeah, that's true. They sent Flacco to the Broncos to start over with Lamar just to see him come back and beat them. That's a great storyline. It really is.
Yeah, but it's over. It's not happening. So
no, that
was not in the script this year. Okay.
Exactly. It's not a script because there's so many things that are going in. You see it seems like it's coming right out of a script. Brown, would you trade Justin Fields and a second for Jonathan Allen and 2 picks? I'm not giving you a second. I'm not trading Justin Fields and a pick.
And
nothing. No.
Yeah. See, especially for the defensive tackle, we're the one who has to put another pick in there, my guy.
You need to get rid of Jonathan Allen.
We're trading for a quarterback, even if it's a guy who has talent and can be good and hasn't quite established himself. It's still a defensive tackle. We're the one.
Jesus, Anthony, you purposely put this so all 4 of us can roast you, didn't you?
Like I'm a Milwaukee's fan, and I'm still like, we're putting the second round pick in there.
We're just trying to get
you really are thinking like a commander. You really are thinking like a commander. Coming up with ridiculous trade for an elite QB.
I think the relationship with Jonathan Allen can be saved though.
With a great coach.
Yeah, we're bringing a great coach, especially if they're defensive minded. And we do all the right things. I think Jonathan Allen will be on board again.
Vrabel is that makes perfect sense.
And if you put Vrabel, look at how many successful defensive tackles that guy's had over the last 6 years.
Well, you successfully did.
Simmons and I think that's not a completely unsalvageable situation.
Yeah, Justin Fields is going to Atlanta if he doesn't stay in Chicago. That's what it is.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Vrabel would be great for Carolina because he would tell Tepper to F off. And he wouldn't want to go there for sure. He would say that, but why would you bring this guy on. Like if I'm an owner, I'm not going to bring someone who's going to tell me that's off. That's
Right, exactly.
All depends what Arthur Blank wants, man.
That's true.
Arthur Blank is the man. Like, he's a really good owner. But
I think he's a great owner. And going to I went to the stadium one time with the Falcons, and I couldn't believe how much money
the new
that
one
they
or the
aren't
old one?
charging. I went one time. Like
The new one or the old one?
This was 3 years ago.
That's the new one. Okay.
So, but like literally, the tickets were like $48. All right. The stadium was beautiful. The food was like I think I spent like $15, and I got full. I think it was a beer, a hot dog, and something like popcorn or something like that.
Mhm.
$15. It was like everything made sense. It just I would love to have an owner that would do something like that for his fans.
Oh, he's one of the best owners. I'm so thankful that he's there. But the thing is, he's gonna make some decisions here, and coaching wise, I don't know. Like, we can go back to what Kadani said here. Who would I think? Because that was the very first one.
Mhm.
I don't know. Like, I don't know about Mike Grable. I like Ben Johnson.
Can you afford
Um,
him? But that
I
makes
don't know.
sense to Atlanta.
And they requested Steve Wilkes, but I've seen what he did with the Cards. I don't want that.
Yeah.
Like, it's, I don't, isn't much. I don't know. I really, Ben Johnson's probably my best one right now.
Are you willing to give him $15 million
I mean, if the dude's gonna change
without having seen him as a head coach? It's hard for me to say yes to $15 million.
NFL teams do it all the time. They do it all the
15?
time.
Most time they do a first time head coaches. You got to
I'm
take.
just saying they do
cut.
it for like head coaches. They put them in new roles.
No,
You got the money. You got the money. If you want to put them there, I don't know about 15, but
that's a lot of money. $15 million is more than Belichick was making.
I don't know. They probably negotiate, probably make it lower. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought when that report came out that he's looking for $15 million, I was like, man, fuck that.
No, I don't think they'll negotiate something. And I don't think, but I honestly, for what I think, Falcons are in a situation to I don't know.
You get the right coach.
Mike McDonald. I don't know, dude.
There's talent there. The cupboards are not bare. You get the right coach in that division, you win the division next year. It's literally like that simple. The right coach with that talent, you win the division. And you can win it. I can see Atlanta winning 11, 12 games if they're
not
right
that
coach.
far. You can see that they
there.
developed the defense. What hurt them was the QB situation.
And they're not using their stars.
No, and that's all Arthur Smith's fault, and that's why I'm glad they got rid of him. Like, if they get the right coach there, and then if we get Penix, like, I don't want to throw him out there, but at the situation that we're in, we might end up landing Penix. I don't like throwing rookies out there, but look at the trash that we have.
I would love to see Russell
You might
Wilson
as well
go
just
there.
throw Penix out there.
Yeah.
I would love Russell Wilson to go there and draft Penix. Do both. And then Russell knows that this is a chance to revive his career, and he'll go after for a year. He's there. He shows Penix how to do the stuff, and then he go on and move on. And Penix comes in after studying Russell Wilson and plays. Like that, I think that's a great succession plan. And if that could happen, that's amazing.
Yeah.
What about you, Mark? What do you feel like for your team? I'm moving sideways so we can look at you.
I don't know. I'm knocking everything over. I don't know. I feel the thing that scares me the most about Vrabel, though, is I hear reports that he's looking to reunite with Arthur Smith because that was his offensive coordinator in Tennessee. But maybe as an offensive coordinator, Arthur Smith will know how to use weapons. I don't know.
No.
But I do like the fact that for me, this offseason's already felt different because the first thing they did was hire a committee of like really good minds, including the two-time executive of the year of the Golden State Warriors, like to hire our GM, which we now have in place from the 49ers. Like, it just feels like a completely different process. Like, I've never been through anything like this
Oh, really?
in like over 20 years. Because Dan Snyder would just hire people. Oh, I need a new head
Look,
coach.
look at the look right now. That's
No.
awesome. Look at that. The picture and the look looks amazing. That's great. Oh man.
So like, I don't know. I've just never been through anything like this because Dan Snyder will just overpay for names. Like, oh, Steve Spurrier, you're going to be my head coach. Here's $15 million. Oh, you're Marty Schottenheimer, you're my coach. Like, he would just overpay for big names, and we never had real GM position because he just made all the decisions.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I don't know. And then plus, we're considered like one of the top spot openings because of our cap space situation and our actual roster. So, I don't know. It's weird to actually be in the running for big names, but
You're
like Warren
Chicago.
said.
You literally are us. You're us.
I like Ben Johnson a lot, and he's a North Carolina quarterback as well, so he has ties to Sam Howell. But if we went, but I also am like intrigued to see what Jim Harbaugh might be able to do if he can land him. I mean, I don't think we're going to be high on his list, but we talked to his people to interview him, and apparently they accepted the interview. So.
Yeah, but
at least we have big names accepting interviews. So
that's true.
That's interesting.
I have a hard time thinking Harbaugh's not going to the Chargers, or if not there, I guess not to Vegas now because Pierce looks like he's going to be a shoe-in now for it.
Yeah, I think Pierce is going to be a shoe-in.
You know, you saw what happened when Max Crosby said, "If we don't hire Pierce, I'm requesting a trade."
Right.
Literally said.
Oh, did he say that?
Yes.
Yeah. Jeez.
So either you hire this dude, or I'm leaving. You don't get rid of a 26-year-old pass rusher like that. So
I'm just more scared of what we do in the draft with our number 2 pick.
Oh yeah,
I guess I could see it. Someone comes in, they want their guy, so we draft a quarterback. But
yeah, you're going to draft a quarterback.
I would like to see Sam Howell get at least one more year to see what he could do. But I mean, I understand why someone would go different.
You guys get Caleb Williams to watch.
I don't want Caleb Williams.
It's going. He's at home. It's going to happen.
Let's just bring in Ben Johnson and we'll get Drake May and we'll just have nothing but North Carolina
everywhere.
We'll bring Michael Carter in the offseason too,
Oh man, that's great. You should have the North Carolina Tar Heels there. All right.
Right.
All right. I see you.
What about you guys and your Bears? Do you like?
Oh my gosh, I was
hoping
to skip that, man. They have a whole show on Tuesday.
Okay, skipping the Bears then.
Why are you hating so much? What's the
Donnie? Go to a Tuesday show. You'll see exactly.
That's all the hate coming from you guys. We have no problem letting you guys say what you want to say.
No,
you guys
that's Donnie's fault for asking this stupid question.
Oh, you know he did that.
Whole freaking day.
Look at that, and over half of that is just for you guys too.
I know you want to ignore that part. But, you know what?
Mine probably already one little sentence.
Our answer is going to be my answer is going to be really easy. I don't care. Eberflus can stay. I don't care. And trade one. That's done.
Yeah. I mean, we fired what's his name, Lugetti already.
Yeah, so I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
Who would you want outside of Bieniemy? Who would you want as your offense coordinator?
What's his name from the old Ravens office coordinator?
Oh yeah, you keep saying. Oh,
I've been saying this for years.
You've been saying it a while, which kind of throws me off because, fuck, who was it?
Anthony Price? No, we don't need no Pete Carroll.
Who's the used to be the offensive coordinator for the for the Ravens?
Greg Roman.
Greg Roman. That's why I would love Greg Roman. I think that works perfect.
Well,
and he'll take the job because he ain't got a job.
Right.
I think Carroll hit Wilson's flaws and made him look better than he was. Definitely was great, but I think that the Seahawks team was a perfect fit for him. Yeah, I think so too. I think they just had good chemistry. Not a whole lot of people can understand Russ, but Pete Carroll could. So,
well, I think he also didn't, try to make him. They tried to make him a star, and that ruined their Super Bowl. Too, so. But besides, exactly right. He drafted him. He's known him. He knew his family, but he also wasn't the best part of the team. You could win with Russ Wilson. I don't think you win because of Russ Wilson.
No, especially his beginning years. The team wasn't good because of Russ. I mean, Russ was good. Don't get me wrong, but it wasn't the reason why the Seahawks were that good. It's because that defense was really good. They had Sean Alexander, who was one of the best running backs at the time.
I think he's a Hall of Famer.
The line was really good. They had receivers. I can't even remember them, to be honest. It wasn't
Baldwin.
What's the dude?
Doug Baldwin.
Doug Baldwin was
Yeah.
one of them. Like
the other one, Doug Baldwin, the one who's a reporter now.
Yeah.
For New York.
I know exactly.
Nate Burleson was on there too, right?
Yep.
Like it was just like Russ had the perfect team for him to just step in. It was just.
I mean, then you had Marshawn Lynch.
And Marshawn, soon after Alexander left.
So it was the same year. It was
it was just perfect for him. And then eventually that's when Wilson's, progression got better as an elite QB, but it didn't really take much for him to get better. So I'm sorry, my kid. I know, dude.
That's why I wanted to know. Sorry, Dad.
Stupid. Yeah, we didn't do primetime Josh. I didn't get home until at game time that day. So I had a lot of stuff going on. Like, we had a new shipment that were to all 4 branches that particular day. I was like, okay, yeah, I'm not watching any football this Sunday. On a Sunday, we were all mad, and then we were more mad that the stupid Navy didn't pick up their stuff. All the other branches were there to pick up their stuff, but yet we couldn't leave sensitive items there at the airfield. So what did we have to do?
Take it back?
Deliver it to them. And then sure enough, what happens, we get to the Navy, because we have a Navy base here. We get here, and sure enough, they're like, oh, yeah, we forgot that it wasn't on Monday, it was on Sunday, and they only had 2 guys working that day. I'm like, what the hell out here? Marines were there, Army was there, Air Force, everybody was there for their pickup.
Navy's too good for that.
Navy's go Navy, man. Yeah,
we'll get there when we get there.
And then we're like, "Oh, you Navy in Arizona?" I'm like, "Yeah, man. They wear computers too, man. It's not just water." This is why so many people made fun of Russ for never being in the MVP conversations. Yeah, well, he's just kind of a weird dude, Yeah. But he's a talented guy. You got 56-year-old Bobby Wagner. Yeah, no kidding, man. Yeah. Dude, the guy's still on fire. I don't understand. He had drink the magic juice or something. He is so good, despite how old he is.
I saw before say Lucan was going to catch him, and Bobby Wagner still had 10 more.
Yeah, no.
Lucan was
Anthony.
everywhere.
They were the ones who brought it. They were the ones who brought it. But yeah, they were there.
Squidward, not the Navy.
Yeah.
Was the Space Force there? Also,
there you go.
Who cares about them? They are irrelevant as hell. They are so.
The aliens come out and attack us, and then Space Force. Let's go.
I'll probably go my whole career with not even meeting one of them, and I don't care. That's fine. But I don't know. It's crazy to see that the times. How many of us in the service pay attention to football because it's the one sport that we all collaborate with. But you talk about other football, it's weird. No matter what branch you are, it's an American sport, and it's funny because it's so many people were so pissed off. The main head commission, basically our first star, he's like, hurry the hell up. I don't want to be here. I don't want to do this. And he usually the higher you are, you don't really have to do a lot of labor. And that's just the way it goes. This man out there with his top off, his gloves on, he was out there slinging crates with us. It was awesome. We were all sweaty and everyone's getting we all wanted to go home. If had we didn't have that help, I don't think we would have even watched the Bills game that day. Because we worked all day until that entire C-130 was done. And we caught the Bills. I finally got home. I caught that game. I was like, sweet. Miami's Miami's, they lost the Bills. Now the Bills have they have the
Division.
damn
The home football game.
I was like, good.
They moved to
now
Monday.
Now they could play the Steelers rather than who was going to be in if that game. It would have been Miami and it wasn't Steelers. Someone was going to sneak in. I couldn't remember who the other team was.
So
Had Miami
Jacksonville lost it, so they're out.
Well, the Steelers needed either the Jacksonville Jaguars or
right, but also with the Bills win. So when the Bills won, the Steelers got in.
No, the Steelers won. We're going to get in because Indianapolis lost. I mean, not Indianapolis.
I forgot which other team it was supposed to be. Had Miami won that specific game, but it don't matter. It didn't even happen.
Can't remember.
They should have played better. Whoever it was, could have been worse. Could have been the Coast Guard. I think it's funny. I've never met a Coast Guard.
Really?
No.
I have not seen a UFO. Have you, Anthony? Because I have not.
Yeah, no. They ain't coming.
No, TJ Watt is not playing. He tore his MCL.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people aren't playing today. The Packers just have
AJ Brown.
Yeah, AJ Brown's not playing. The Packers
he deleted all
Aaron
references
Jones
to
today.
the Eagles on his social media accounts.
Yeah, he's
really.
Yeah,
he might be done in Philly.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Once you do that.
Well, I mean, not necessarily, but in season, that's what's unprecedented. Like plenty of people do it as a like contract extension, thing. Because like Kyler did it. Like most people who are like holding out do it.
Yeah, but I wouldn't. I'm not. If we were in the middle of a playoff hunt and you're going to do that,
well, that's why I said that's what's unprecedented. That's why I think he's done. Because like they're still in the playoffs. Like you're playing still. Why are you like now just? Oh, I'm going to add drama to the situation.
Yeah.
Because now when they head to the press conference, everyone's going to be like, "So what do you think of AJ Brown deleting all references to the Eagles?"
There's a lot of players that I know AJ Dillon's not playing today. I think they ruled him out, so they only have Aaron Jones in that game.
Interesting.
Jair Alexander's questionable. I don't know if he's going to play. Christian Watson, I don't think he's playing.
Nope.
From the Cowboys, you got Armstrong, who's also questionable. Gilmore is questionable. Who did I see who's not playing? I don't know if Tyler, yeah, he has to be playing. He has to play. There's injured or not, you're gonna have to play. He had a full practice in.
Full practice playing in.
From the Rams and the Lions, I think everyone. I thought I read something about Laporta, but I think he's playing.
He's playing.
Sure.
He's trending towards playing today.
Jerry Jacobs is out, obviously. James Mitchell's out. Khalif Raymond, who's kind of like all around running back receiver, who's kind of like depth. He's not playing.
Is Higbee playing?
Higbee's questionable, but I don't see why he's not gonna play. It's his shoulder, so I think he's gonna play. So that's for that game, and then the Bills, they have Gabe Davis is out.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, Gabe Davis is out.
Yeah, I heard
Taylor Rapp is out. I think those are the main two that were out for sure.
Anthony said, "Sorry, I mean Martin, not Martin."
So he meant Martin. Have you ever seen
a UFO? Have you seen any UFOs, Martin?
No.
And if he did, he couldn't tell you.
Yeah, off the record.
I've seen some pretty crazy stuff, but no.
And then Jonathan Smith says Steelers 2, Bills 0.
I don't know how the Bills don't score something though.
Right.
But if Mike Tomlin does beat the Bills, what
contract extension?
You get a contract extension anyway.
Why that's even a discussion? It's so stupid. Like,
Mason Rudolph, man, come on, man.
But yeah, the Steelers outside of TJ Watt, I think everyone else was a full.
He says Martin works at Area 51. How have you not seen an alien?
He's like,
AJ Brown is out. Sidney Brown is out. which was crazy because he had a really good game last week.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't he take it to the house?
Yep.
So good for him. And for the Buccaneers, I think everyone else is playing. So, but there like the Bills. I don't think they're gonna be hurting too bad with Gabe Davis out. They have some decent enough weapons to get it done. Diggs and Kincaid can probably get it done. And then who's their other one? Knox. Who's the other receiver who I can't think of right now? He's pretty good. Hardy. Who's above Hardy? Starts with a K.
Khalil Shakir.
Is that what it is? I think so.
Yeah, I think that's
but yeah, Dawson, Knox, Kincaid, they can get it done. I'm not too worried about how the Bills' offense is going to run just with Gabe Davis out. I mean,
I think Stephon Diggs will get you.
Shakir, yeah. So,
they're just going to use Diggs. That's all.
So it's going to be a blowout Cowboys win. I don't know.
I wouldn't be surprised if that happened.
I think the Packers will give them a little bit of run, but without Jair Alexander, it's interesting. He didn't practice at all this week. It's a shoulder and his ankle. I don't know if he's going to play. That he probably is, but yeah.
Has Hurts thrown a ball yet this week?
Say what?
No, he still hasn't thrown a ball.
Jalen Hurts still hasn't thrown a ball? Okay.
Really? He still has not thrown a ball yet.
Hey, that's my scariest thing when it comes to the Eagles Tampa Bay. I'm like, oh, yeah. Hurts hasn't thrown a ball all week. That's cool. Mm-hmm. That's confidence right there.
Yeah, I think he'll be fine. He'll be there. I don't think he's not going to go. So, but outside of that, there's some key components in there that some teams have. Steelers without TJ Watt is, I don't know, man. I really just lose confidence, which is crazy how one man can just.
Oh, I feel the same way. I said it. If TJ was there, I still think the Steelers lose, but I think it's
close.
It's closer. Mm-hmm. Like Allen doesn't have to worry about him anymore.
Now all that rests on Hightower's shoulders, and I don't know if it's just him if he can handle it.
No, Hightower's not. No. He's good. He's just not like.
Well, he's great when he has TJ on the other side.
Yeah, because you press the pressure's
right
to you.
On the other side. Yeah,
exactly.
Can we say that Texans might beat the Ravens?
No.
I don't know about that.
I don't think at all. Not even close.
It's really good experience for CJ Stroud, though.
Really good. I'm not gonna lie, but I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I think they get destroyed. Like literally, if you got to play the Ravens, they get destroyed. Which we don't know yet. We don't know.
Look what the Ravens did to the Niners, and that was like potential Super Bowl matchup, and they just like, like they were like a college team. Like it was crazy.
You give them time to plan for you too, and that's just. I mean, I think John is going to have his team ready.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go on a playoff run, and Ray Lewis is going to be out there screaming at everybody. You got Patrick Queen and Roquan. It's just it's not conducive for a rookie quarterback to do that well.
We said the Browns will beat the Texans, and look how that turned out. No, and you're right. I don't know. I'm not going to say no, but I'm not also going to say I don't know.
No,
I don't know about that.
Lamar versus Flacco. No, bro, that's not the same. Lamar, who's going to win MVP, versus Flacco. It's not the same.
Stroud has something special to him, and I can't say a lot about QBs. Oh, the dude didn't throw any interceptions. It was just crazy. Like the fact that 270 yards, 3 touchdowns. The dude plays smart.
When he had a backup tight end, he was throwing the ball to a backup tight end. The touch that he threw the ball with, like he knew that I needed to loft this ball a little bit more to give him a little bit more time to turn around. Like he knows who he's throwing the ball to. Everything was precise. It makes sense. The only thing is I'm saying Lamar's on the other side. So it's not like you have another talented quarterback that does similar things too. So it's not like, we're going against another backup quarterback.
No, the Texans are going to have to definitely step their game up. Can that defense do it? Maybe.
And Mark Andrews is coming back too.
They need to do what they did again to the Browns. But again, there is a difference between Flacco and
Lamar could do it by himself.
Like Brian is saying. So we'll see. But as for now, we are within that window that the deadline for college players they need to be eligible. They need to be proved by the NFL.
Today, isn't it?
It's tomorrow.
It's tomorrow. Okay.
It's tomorrow. So they have until then. And after that, it's either they're in or they're out. It's for the underclassmen. So they have that time to apply, which is crazy because Caleb Williams
still hasn't
signed yet.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I don't know if that rumor is true because he said like he wants to guarantee, but there's so much BS fake shit out there. Like I was so pissed. I read like an article, like not an article, like a small article. Meeting up and they met at blah 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 for hours, and then at the end they're like, "Oh yeah, you're a dumbass for reading this."
I'm not taking that at all.
No, there's no way that happened.
Even if it was true, if I were the Bears, I would let the speculations and the rumors go as far as they can, because then everybody be like, "Oh, they are taking him, and the day of the draft, they go underneath everybody's noses and take somebody else.
Yeah,
and throws the whole thing off. Like I don't like.
I mean, Poles is
I'm not believing that at all.
In the press conferences and stuff.
Yeah,
no, he's not like saying yes or no to anything. He's just like.
He did say the quarterback is going to have to wow me with his character, his ability, and all those things, and for me to go off with Justin Fields.
First things first, they got to figure out their offense coordinator and their coach.
Mm-hmm.
That is like
Eberflus is still there, but
that's that's number one.
Yeah,
that's number one.
Yeah,
before they even think about draft process.
100%.
All that crap is no.
No, you start looking at people. You try to decide, make your board, and then you decide if I want to interview these guys. But we're not even in the combines yet, so I mean, you have a lot of time. Still have time.
Yeah. The one thing I do see though happening is Washington might end up with Caleb Williams.
I'm telling you,
and it might end up happening that way. Just the way. Just the way how Washington...
He's, I'm out.
No,
I'm not part of this conversation.
No, Caleb.
I don't see them taking Drake May.
No, they're not taking Drake May. That's not happening.
They're gonna bring the kid back home and they're gonna roll with him.
Yeah.
And then I think at that point,
with the right coach, I feel like it still will work, because once again, it makes sense for Caleb Williams to go in there. I know Mark doesn't like it, but he has a lot of weapons around him. If you have a good offensive mind with the weapons around, the only issue I have is that your offensive line is garbage. But then you could, with all the money you have, you could buy some pieces to your offensive line.
They have a lot of picks, good picks too.
Yeah, we have 5 in the top 100 or something like that.
Yeah, so 5 of them in the top 3 rounds. So
you go all offense, you go Caleb Williams all offensive line, and you buy whatever's left in there, and all of a sudden the Commanders are good.
They need to focus on defense too, though. They lost a lot. They're like
they traded all of it away.
Defensive end, another
we
linebacker.
Need defensive ends. We need linebackers. We need.
But you can
a little bit of secondary help.
Whatever you're drafting, then you can buy some of this stuff because you have a lot of cap space.
You guys are the richest team.
So
we are, but like, I mean, not that I even know how what top tier players will even be available. But you look at what contracts are looking like. Like, yeah, sure, we have 85 million, but that could be 3 people.
No, but that 85 million could be 120 million, 115 million. If the
what
cap
about
goes up to where it goes?
I don't know. Will you bring in old man Zadarius Smith, Yannick Ngakoue?
What if
Daniel Hunter, Randy Gregory? These are defensive ends that are
Daniel Hunter. That'd be intriguing.
What if Khalil Mack's available? What if you get Daniel Hunter and
Brian Burns?
He didn't get Brian Burns. No, he's
if
he might want out of Carolina. You don't know.
If they franchise him, they're going to franchise him.
They have to. He is
no one else
literally their best player. and he's not that old. Like, you literally have to have him. Like, they would be stupid if they let him walk.
Anthony, Brian Washington will be good. Martin, they need a defense. Thanks for shooting our hopes down.
You're welcome.
But if you guys can buy the defense, you can do those things because they have some talent on defense too. And your DBs become better when you put more pressure on the quarterback. I mean, it's not like Washington was out of every game this year. They scored a lot of points. Like, if
you guys are going to be hurting at linebacker. There's not many linebackers coming out next year. Free agency. Devin White is the one that I could think of, and I'm looking through this list and I still can't see any. Devin White and Isaiah Simmons is not what everyone thought.
You don't want him.
We don't need Isaiah Simmons.
Bobby Wagner isn't going to go anywhere.
No, he's in his career in Seattle.
You could get Josie Jewell, but he's also kind of up there as well. So Josie Jewell, who's the other line? Broncos. Josie Jewell.
Did you think Sanders? Oh, because Sanders.
No, yeah, because Sanders moving up. Josie Jewell and who's the other one? Oh my gosh, it's the only two they have. Help me out. Josie Jewell.
Who'd you say?
No, he went to the Chargers.
Yeah,
I don't know. Is Drew Tranquil with the Chargers?
Tranquil is with.
He went from the Chiefs to the.
Braden, where are you at, man?
From yesterday.
I need your help.
He's with.
I have a brain fart. I can't think of the other linebacker. There's
Singleton
two of them that start above Sanders, and this is why Drew Sanders couldn't do anything.
Alex Singleton. Right?
Thank you. That's what it was.
Singleton. Yeah, I think it's Singleton.
Okay.
Singleton, and I think he's done with his. I think he's on his last one. But for sure, I know Josie Jewell. So you got that. But yeah, linebackers, it's gonna be.
Oh, Jacksonville Jack on linebacker. Josh
Allen will be in Washington. Jeremiah Trotter or something. Like there's no way about it. Like Jeremiah Trotter,
I think he's gonna be good. He's gonna be good. I like.
I think so. I think he's gonna be as good as his dad.
Yeah. His dad was scary. Oh my god.
Yeah. So, which is the difference between him and his dad is he's a lot faster. He's more of a coverage guy, but that doesn't mean he's not as
his dad was a brick wall.
His dad's
a moving brick wall.
Yeah. Like I think he could be as good as his dad, maybe, but he's a lot faster than him, but he doesn't have that much of a big of a body of his dad. So but we'll see. I'm excited to 5 picks, man. Top 3 rounds, man. Like, you guys should turn that team around
with the right coaching. I'm telling you, I think they'd be good. They're good. It's the NFC East. This is what they do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
this is what they do. I mean, no one wins it 2 years in a row. Like it doesn't happen.
The only thing that worries me about what their success rate could be within the draft, and the offseason really is the Patriots. The Patriots are right there. They could move up maybe a spot or two.
Yeah, Patriots will go. I think they jump 1, but I just don't know if they take Caleb Williams. I think it's possible the Patriots jump to 1 and still get Drake May.
Even before the draft
ends up there.
Even before the draft, the Patriots aren't really that bad hurting on money either. Like they also have money to spend. So you're gonna see both the Commanders and the Patriots turn things around.
Don't traditionally spend money.
But
they're going to have to. Belichick is gone.
Belichick is gone. Yeah.
I understand that.
So everything in the past that we thought we knew is gone. It's not happening.
Is it though? I mean, it's only a former New England player / coach under Bill Belichick. You think
he's not getting that much? They're not giving him the same power as Bill Belichick. He doesn't walk in and have Bill Belichick power.
I think they like him there too much. He's one of their main captains. There's no way they let him go.
If they can afford it.
I don't think they do.
They got to pay Trevor Lawrence here pretty soon.
They have to pay Trevor Lawrence because you see those reports coming in Jacksonville talking about should we give Trevor Lawrence extension or not? Like they're really entertaining that.
It was your own fault. You ruined your own season by playing the man after he got hurt.
We said that
you would just rested him 2 games because you're going to lose those games anyway, which they did. He would have been healthy for that final stretch, and you would have won at least 2 of those games.
Yep.
And you would have been in the playoffs. So you did it to yourself, Jacksonville.
100%. And now you're in for a dogfight in that division for the rest of forever.
Right.
You know, the Texans aren't going anywhere. The Colts are only going to
The
get
Colts,
better.
yeah, right. So the Colts will get better.
Like you're in a dogfight. You can't afford to lose any talent.
All those teams are getting better,
except for the Tennessee.
Except for the
Tennessee
Titans.
is to get a new team,
Tennessee could get
get a
better
new
too.
coach. You never know what happens with that.
Yeah, new coach, but the weapons they don't have the assets. QB, they don't even know who to play. Running back is getting old. Tajay Spears the only one there.
Well, Tajay Spears is the new running back. We
the
know
receivers aren't as good as what they thought they would be. Like they're hurting. Offensively, they are hurting.
Do you go with a receiver this first round? What if they go get somebody?
Tennessee, no, they have to fix the old line as well. Tennessee is going to be the fourth in that division. All the other three teams are upgrading except for them. They're downgrading due to contracts and age and the talent that, like, Treylon Burks hasn't played a full 8 games without him going down. Okay, and he's supposed to be the main guy. I love Treylon Burks when he was with Arkansas. I really do, but he has not shown anything, and it's probably because of the QB play. But then, I really can't say the QB play because they never really had a line. No QB means no receiver. No line, no QB means no running back. Well, skip the QB part, but that line needs to be fixed before you start. It's building blocks.
You don't think
you can't have the weapons if you don't have the line? Just plain and simple.
So, I mean, let's say
they have to go after Fashanu.
Yeah, so let's say they get Fashanu. So now they have
good,
and put Fashanu at left tackle because I told you the other dude wasn't the left tackle last year. He's a right tackle. Like that's just what he's a right tackle or guard. That's what he is. But say you didn't put him at guard, he could be great. You can have one great side of the line on the left side with Tajay Spears. And this is a deep wide receiver draft. You still could get wide receivers, in this draft. You don't have to get them first. You get them in the second and third, which they have.
Yeah.
Like what?
Running
Xavier
back
Worthy.
Texas. I think a lot of these teams just re-sign their running backs. To be honest, I think so. I don't see a lot of these running backs moving. I think they just re-sign their guys.
If Jacksonville doesn't want Trevor Lawrence, I'll take Trevor Lawrence.
So what?
He said if Jacksonville doesn't want Trevor Lawrence, he'll take it gladly.
Look, all I'm saying is that the Patriots or not the Patriots. Yeah, we were talking about the Patriots, right?
Yeah.
Who are we talking about?
Well, Tennessee, really.
Tennessee,
yeah.
They should go after a lineman. And I think you just roll with another year with the situation you have at QB because I don't think if you get a QB, you're just putting yourselves in you're just repeating another year of what you just did in the last couple of years with no line.
I don't think
no line means no QB, and that's. But the thing is, the Tennessee Titans actually have a decent brain up there that they're like, all right, let's fix what we're broken at, kind of. But it's just unfortunate that the players that they've been drafting have not been successful. If they get Fashanu,
sometimes you have one guy comes in and it changes all the talent around.
Fashanu with Levis changed that whole lineup a little bit. They run with Levis again.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're gonna run with Levis regardless.
They have to, and then maybe go back second round.
I think Skoronski could be on that side with Fashanu. I think that could be good.
Yeah, I think they might go receiver second round.
Yeah, that's what I said. They're going to receiver. That's exactly what I said. They're going to go receiver.
I missed that part. My bad.
Do they have their second round pick?
Yeah.
I know they traded up last year.
They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 picked in the second round. Mm-hmm. And that's why I said they're going to get, Xavier Worthy or Troy Franklin from Oregon or someone like that, or one of the Washington guys who's left. There's something like that.
I don't think Zeke goes back to that.
No, that's not happening.
I think that ship has
sailed. He goes back for 1 day to sign for his
but you know what?
For the 1 day contract.
Zeke has some years left in him if he's the second running back.
Mm-hmm.
He's not done. We saw this in New England. He has something in him still.
Yeah.
If he wants to play, we'll go ring chase. Why not? Go ring chase.
That's what I would do. That's what I would do in his situation. But no, there's just so many moving parts, and I think Because you got the Bears are going to be the tone setters of what they do.
Yep, everything.
And then Washington is probably going to go QB, and without a doubt, I think Patriots are also going to go QB. And then I think that's when the Cardinals get best available.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think the Cardinals are going to rely on what the Bears do.
Yep.
Because if the Bears get Marvin Harrison, then the Cardinals will have to change up their strategy. Or I think they're going after.
You just go Malik Neighbors. If the Cardinals if the Bears get Marvin Harrison, do you just go Neighbors and say no?
If they're set on that, because if they're not set on if they're set on Harrison and he's gone, right, because of the Bears.
Mm-hmm.
How far down the chart do you go to get the next best receiver, or do you get as needed? Like me personally, I think Malik Neighbors would be okay. Like as a good Malik Neighbors is more than okay, but I'm like as an okay pick is what I'm saying. Like the Cardinals would have to go receiver.
I wouldn't be afraid to trade to 10. The Jets maybe because you can still get Odunes.
Yeah, because they have the other first.
You get Rome Odunes. Yeah, exactly. So then you get 10, and then 10 you got whatever, and you pick up another second round, and then a first round next year or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, yeah. Arizona, you're gathering a lot of talent.
Yeah, and that's what they need. I think that the line is it's not bad, it's not great. It's decent enough to get Murray.
He's not tall enough. I would rather have Rome. But at 4, I'd rather go O-line available. Or just trade down. That's what I'm saying. Rome, you go to 10, Rome Odunes will be there, right? Most likely he's right there. That 10 is about where he goes.
He's 6 foot, man. Well, how tall do you want him?
6. He wants 6'3", 6'4".
Talks about me, 6'4" fucking receivers. Malik Neighbors is probably one of the best receivers coming out. Why don't you like Malik Neighbors?
He has
Rome
that
is okay,
more. He has that he has talent. He's separation. He has all the things you want with him. I mean, LSU receivers are good in the NFL. They just are.
I mean, they're all right.
I don't know. Maybe once we get to because here's the thing. We're gonna talk about these receivers. Like we're on receivers right now. We just talked about Brian Thompson. We're gonna do Coleman next, and Rome. Following week we'll be doing Malik Neighbors, and then I don't know. I really think you'll like Malik Neighbors. I don't know if you really. I do. I like what he brings to the table. So. Jaden Daniels, if he falls that far, but I don't think he's going to make it that far. I think the Patriots are going to swoop him up before that happens.
If the Patriots stay where they are, he goes number 3.
Oh yeah, no. Jaden Daniels isn't going out of top 5 because the Chargers or the Cardinals will move around if they have to. Chargers have to get Bowers.
Yes, exactly.
They have to get Bowers. Like there's no way out of it. Like Bowers is going to be the guy that.
But you can see the Chargers switch with the Giants, and then all of a sudden, if Jaden Daniels does drop to 5, the Giants jump to 5 and grab him.
Yeah, because and that's a possibility because the Giants aren't going to look at a tight end because they're probably still believing in Waller.
Darren Waller, which he's probably hurt right now.
He's toast, but
he's still on the field in New York.
He's still doing the Peter Griffin.
Yeah. So. But no, I think Jaden Daniels would be a perfect fit.
The Giants should
problem is they would have
Darren Waller's wife as their next quarterback. I don't know if you saw the video of her throwing shirts in Las Vegas. She threw it like literally to the last row in the arena from the floor.
Isn't she like a great basketball player?
Yeah, she's a WNBA player.
Like one of the best.
Mm-hmm. She literally launched the thing. I was like, good Lord.
Yeah, it's the 3 to 5 teams is the ones that might jump around depending on what the Bears do.
Yep.
If the Bears get what I hope they get, then it's going to change the outlook of how they roll with what they got. Because I would imagine the Titans would still get Fashanu.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that the Falcons would probably go after Dallas Turner.
If you're the Giants and Fashanu's there, how do you not grab him? How?
Giants.
Because you're the
Giants, and they never picked a lineman for some reason. For some reason, they don't pick a lineman. I don't know.
They did. They picked Evan Neal one year. That worked out.
Yeah, it just didn't work well.
Yeah, and Williams a few years ago. I don't understand why they don't know what they're hurting at. They just think that getting these talent around this crap shoot of a line is just gonna be. I'm like, no, dude. Like, you've been doing it for years. Like, me and Mark complain about the Giants line every year, and they never fix it. Well, Mark's okay with it because.
Well, I'm okay with it. Yeah.
But
I mean, there was one year where we're like, oh, okay, they're finally making moves because they brought in Evan Neal and they brought in like a free agent, and we're like, oh, they're finally taking steps in the right direction. And then like 2 years later, we're like, nope, still same old offensive line for the Giants.
if they trade Allen or Williams, they might. No, they're gonna go
have
after
to get
Bowers.
Brock Bowers. You have to.
That's the missing piece.
Oh,
that tight end there
team?
is the missing piece.
Oh, but I mean, they have to get him. Can you imagine that talent on that? Oh, that would be amazing. You just put what's it, Josh? What's his name? The guy that you like, Tank, the receiver.
I'm talking about
Josh Palmer.
Let Palmer be the other receiver. Yeah, let Palmer be the other receiver along with. I mean, I say they have enough talent on that team that will work. If you put Bowers in there, now you have all levels of talent.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be really interesting.
What's weird is, man, these tight ends coming out, man. These tight ends, like I'm still thinking Sanders is going to be a receiver.
Yeah, we said that.
Sanders is going to be a receiver.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen Jadeveon Sanders, which I'll probably cut those soon here. I think he's going to transition to a receiver. He's got the perfect body type as a slot receiver. He's not a tight end.
And, he gets off the ball pretty well. You can't press coverage him because he's going to run past you. So I think that makes a lot of sense too.
So I don't know. The draft keeps changing as these teams advance, because Houston now changed the way the Browns pick because of that loss from the Browns. Like, they made it worse for them, which I thought it was hilarious because they were supposed to draft sooner, but because even the Cardinals, their pick now is getting worse because
it's the 25th now, right?
Yeah, had the freaking Houston Texans just been horrible, then the Cardinals would be talking about top 2 picks in the top 10. But now, because they're even better, like if the Texans keep going, the freaking
it's hilarious.
They're about to get low 20s pick.
Yeah, they already at 25.
Which is hilarious because the Texans, who traded that pick away, have the Browns pick, right?
Yeah.
So they get it. So they have a higher pick.
Now are at 24. By them beating them, the Texans pick is now at 24. So they have established that they now have the 24th pick.
Or the overall pick. Yeah, exactly.
Which is hilarious.
They traded out those 2 first-round picks. You're like, oh, no, we're not going to be good next year.
That's so funny, man. Texans just, they're running this league right now, and I'm so shocked. Nobody thought this would happen. It's crazy. Nobody thought this. I thought that they would bring in, Bryce Young or anybody. Like, it wouldn't be as successful right off the bat.
Well, they did those 2 first-round picks, which is really interesting. 2 top 5 picks.
Yeah, Will Anderson and CJ was the best thing.
2 top 3 picks.
But that changed the entire game, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It just changed everything. Like, all of a sudden, like, oh, wow, we have great talent.
But yeah, I seen that too.
15. I've seen Bowers also as high as 5.
Yeah.
I've seen
I'm still on this Chargers. Here's what
I like him as much if he went to the Colts.
Say what?
I don't know if I'd be high on him if he went to the Colts.
I mean,
I see him going to the Chargers for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I see him going to the Jets.
Oh yeah.
The Broncos.
Yeah, I can see that too.
The Saints. And
the Colts will have to jump up. I don't see them falling to 15.
I don't think the Colts will grab him. If he's there, yeah, they'll probably grab him.
Yeah, if he's at 15, yeah, you get Bowers. So you're top 5 talent at 15.
I don't think he sneaks past those teams.
Yeah.
We'll see.
No, I think I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah. But today we got Green Bay versus Dallas. I want to say Dallas is going to take this. I think Dallas are still on fire, but we've seen them in the past, the last 30 years, man. They just, you know what? No, it hasn't even been 30. They just said it was 37 years. It's only we are 3 years shy of being 4 decades from them not being able to get past.
When's the last championship game they had? I thought they won the championship in 90. Was it 96?
No, I think 95.
Was it 95? Like it's the last Dallas Cowboy?
Yeah, they beat
the 37 years.
What's 37 years from that? Think about it.
It's not 37 years is a long time. 37
yeah,
years
I know, but I said they're 3 years shy of being 40.
37 years would be 1980. 37 years. I'm 38. That's like 86. So
95.
So it's 27.
27
years.
95.
I'm 37. I was born in 85.
30 years from now was 94.
30 years.
Yes. So that's almost
30 years ago.
Yeah.
You need that overlay with like math equations popping up and shit.
Yeah. Not math equations, but it's just been crazy. Like,
the last time they were in the Super Bowl, it was in Arizona. They beat the Steelers.
Yep. I remember that game.
Tempe.
I'm not even gonna exercise that. No way, Anthony. No way.
No, because we wouldn't do that.
It's
either.
One or the other. There's no other team that's.
We wouldn't do that because we need defensive line help. We need a 3 technique. We wouldn't do that anyway, or a rush.
But as far as what goes with today's game with Dallas Cowboys and the Packers, I don't know how they're gonna. It's Aaron Jones is going to get beat the hell up. No AJ Dillon is going to change the way they. I don't see the Packers getting out of this. But somehow the Cowboys always somehow lose. I don't understand it.
I can see the Cowboys going
in
up
my mind
24-7. They could go up real big and then not kill it, and then Green Bay sneaks back into it.
Which is but how? In my mind, I do not see the Packers winning this one.
No, I don't think the Packers win, but I can see it being 20-24 because the Cowboys take their pedal off the gas.
Yeah,
foot off the pedal. I'm sorry.
Somehow, some way, every single time the Cowboys get to the playoffs, they somehow find a way. They find a way, and I don't understand it. Like today if they win today and then get beat next week, okay, that's more expected. What you see, but that's usually what happens. So I'm okay with it. I think that the Cowboys are going to take it. There's too many injuries that the Packers
and they're too young.
Relied on.
They're still the youngest team in the league, and the Cowboys have enough experience to win this game.
So I don't see. It's just too many injuries. Too many injuries for them to freaking to be successful.
I'm more interested into that LA Detroit game, even though in my mind, everything says to me Detroit should win this game. Everything says that. But what if tomorrow we're talking and all of a sudden the Rams won 34-30? Would I be surprised? Not really. Well, I wouldn't be surprised. Stafford could do it. Puka could do it. Cup might wake up from the abyss. I don't know. Kyren Williams is good. Like those are things that they have for them.
What the Lions have to do
is get to Stafford.
Is get after Stafford.
But they are one of the worst teams in rushing the quarterback.
And that's the problem.
Well, Aiden Hutchinson, you were drafted 2 overall for a reason. Go do it. I mean, he did it last week.
Aiden,
but they double team him.
Yeah, so that's
sometimes triple team him. They put the
they say anyone else
back, so the whoever's on him, chips him, and then the running back comes over there, and then sometimes the other fullback stays back and hit. I've seen the way they handle Micah, and I've seen the way they handle teams do the same thing
They
with
did
Micah and
Miles
Aiden
Garrett.
Hutchinson,
They did Miles
Josh
Garrett like
Allen,
this way. I mean,
Garrett, TJ Watt, like all these great ends. A lot of these teams have 2 to 3 guys on them, and then that's the key to destroying their. It's weird. It's
they literally have one of the lowest amount of sacks in the entire NFL. It's crazy that Detroit does that every year.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see the Cowboys lose and Micah Parsons crying on his podcast.
I don't think he can cry. I was probably kidding. But yeah, the same guy up here goes CD getting 2 TDs. So you know.
I mean, he's saying that both things
I don't know. I don't see the Rams winning this, but at the same time, they could do it.
They could. I mean, they have enough talent on defense. They have enough talent on offense. Detroit could somehow Detroit. You know, I don't think they lose like Detroit loses. You know, 34-17. Detroit's going to score 30 points.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a blowout either.
You know, Detroit's going to score a lot of points regardless on whatever it happens. Could Stafford lead Captain Comeback? Because that's what he really is. He comes back. He's Captain Comeback. That's what he does. Have the ball at the last thing and throws a touchdown to win the game to Puka Nacua as he's falling out of bounds. Could that happen? Yeah, that could happen. You know,
and plus how good they are at home. The Lions are just
so much better.
Lions is great at home.
So,
but I think Martin's right. I think it comes down to if the Detroit Lions defense can get to Stafford, but I think it also comes down to Goff mitigating mistakes. I think the biggest issue that the Lions get into is when Goff starts messing up, fumble, pick 6, and then that's when like, oh, you should have been blowing this team out, but now it's like a 1-score game.
Mm-hmm. I mean, because Detroit's lost to some bad teams.
Mm-hmm. Like that Seattle game in week 2, they should have won that game.
Yeah,
and they didn't because Stafford. Getting my quarterbacks confused. Goff threw that pick 6, and they couldn't recover from it.
I mean, the game against the Bears, they were a better team. They won that one game, luckily, but you can't do that. You're not going to do that against the Rams. But if he has a lot of interceptions, if he doesn't take care of the ball, but they have so much talent on the run game, so much talent. But does Aaron Donald stop it? I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. That's why I say this is an interesting game to me.
I think it's the most interesting game this weekend.
Easily.
Yeah, I agree. It is. I can't wait, to be honest. Because both these games today, either one can advance.
Mm-hmm.
Packers can,
and then they could win the next week too. Can you imagine the Rams being an NFC Championship game and we're like they're going to win 2 games this year?
But that's one of the few teams we were really off by.
Yeah, that's
one of the few teams we were really, really off by.
Them and the Texans. I said Texans, but
the Texans we were off as well. Yeah,
I want to go back
with Rams though
and see how many wins I said the Eagles were going to get. I'm pretty sure I said 11. Pretty sure.
I could go back, but so far, if we look at the chart,
the Eagles, if they beat Tampa Bay and they can get right, they still could be very problematic. I just don't think they could beat Tampa Bay without AJ Brown. And with Hurts not being able to throw the ball like
Anthony wants to know,
injuries.
Is he really injured, or is it just more to the story?
I think he's injured because you saw the knee thing, but I think that he could play if he really wanted to.
But he's not. He's being held out.
Yeah, I think he's being.
Well, those reports at the end of the season were really damning too, where they were saying there's a huge rift in the locker room because of AJ Brown. Like that's not good.
Yeah.
Don't you hate those receivers that are like that though?
Mm-hmm.
Man, look at the beginning of the season.
Looking at you.
Beginning of the season, he was bitching and moaning. I'm not getting the ball enough, and then he gets the ball and he still bitches and moans. So,
I like how Tank just.
He's right though. Yeah,
I mean, it is. It's freaking
AJ Brown to the Bears. I'm just kidding.
No. We have one of those greatest non-prima donna receivers already on our team. We're good.
I pulled up that chart. And you
Also, I
guessed-
got something against
you
AJ
said,
Brown because he
Mark?
messed up my fantasy.
Huh?
How much, Mark?
I couldn't
11?
tell if I said 11 or 12 for the Eagles, but I know I wasn't as high as you guys were on them. You guys had them at like 14 or something like that. 13, 14.
Okay, but that doesn't make sense because we did the average, right?
14. Yeah, we did the
average.
So for you to say 11, and for what the number I'm looking at would mean that me and Brian both went
Said they were
18
gonna be-
and 0.
But I don't know if Brian was on the Eagles one. It might have just been me and you.
Oh.
There's no way I said 18 and 0 though.
Why?
So
What-
I'm
what
looking
did
at
we
the
put?
average where it's at now, right?
What did we put?
15 probably.
That is pretty freaking close. We said 14.
15?
So there's no
14.
way. There's no way you said 11.
Man,
Because
I might
at
have
14, yeah,
You might have
that
said.
team
You
undefeated.
probably
12,
might have said
13.
13 to 15 range.
I can see
One of us said it.
13.
One of us
13,
might have said
15.
13. One of us might have said 15, and we averaged at 14 because
Yeah,
we're sitting at
That makes
14.
sense.
Yeah.
Makes too much sense.
So, yeah. But I don't know. I it's going to be interesting today. I don't know what to expect because after that Browns Houston game, I don't know what I don't know. I don't know.
But Houston has the talent. They've done this before. And CJ, you know what? He was hitting the rookie wall, and then he got, hurt,
but
and then
at the
he got
beginning
those
of the season,
games off.
You wouldn't
got
think
those games.
CJ Stroud was going to go balls to the walls like this at the beginning of the season. Do you
Now,
really
against the
think
number one
Houston was going to
defense?
be this good?
The number one. I thought. I remember I said they were going to win 7.5 games, 7 to 8 games. That's what I said.
Right.
I was like, but there's no way I thought they would win 10 games and beat someone in the playoffs. No, there's no way in hell. But things happen. You have 2 number 1 picks, 2 top picks, good coaching, and the receivers were made better because of him. It works. Don't say Ohio State don't make QBs.
I never said that.
You got one.
I think they'll have 2 good ones next year.
I like Ohio, like what they do. It's just luck of the draw, man.
Joe Burrow was Ohio State quarterback.
We'll give him a half for Joe. We'll give him a half for Joe.
So Joe Burrow, CJ Stroud. I think Justin Fields is going to be better every year he gets. He's going to be better. So yeah, come on.
It's the problem is with Fields is like he does really really good, and then people are like, all right, let's take Derpy for example. I'm so tired of him saying, I want Fields to the Steelers now.
Steelers, yeah. He was like, you tell about how bad he was.
Trash on him all the time.
Oh, last Sunday he was talking about he was trashing on Kyler Murray, and then he's like, oh, I wonder what the Cardinals will give up. What we'd have to give up to get Murray. And I'm like, bro, you were just doing nothing but trashing on this guy. Now you want him to be your quarterback?
I hear it all the time. Like there's people in the league that we were playing in the Dynasty League. They're like, oh, I don't really want Fields. I'm like, and then now I've gotten 3 offers. Like, hey man, I'm like, no, dude, I drafted him for a reason.
You come to me last. I'll be whatever they trade you.
Martin had 15 for the Eagles. Mark had 13.
Look at Brady.
Yeah, see, look at us. I was right. One of us had to have 13. One of us had 15. There you go. We're at 14.
I mean, you guys were on the right track until the Eagles decided to drive off the cliff.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I can't.
What were they, 10-1 or some stupid?
They were 10-1.
11-6.
Yeah.
10-1, and then they went 11.
What happened?
1-5. Wow.
They're the Cardinals of last year, They were 10-0.
Dude, yeah,
and they finished
much.
11. They finished 11-6.
It's so crazy
not
that
last year, 2 years ago.
They just fell off the wagon, and they just. This is why I think that the Buccaneers could just beat them tomorrow.
They could, man. It wouldn't surprise me. That's why I was like, what game would surprise you more?
They shouldn't because there's so much talent there. They shouldn't, but what's happening?
Would you be more surprised with Pittsburgh being Buffalo or Tampa Bay? I mean, I guess not in Tampa Bay versus Philly. I mean,
I'd be more surprised if Pittsburgh beats Buffalo.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'd be more surprised about that than Buccaneers beating the Eagles because
absolutely.
Yeah, just the way it's been turning out lately with the Eagles, like I cannot, like I don't think there is a right person out there that could explain what's going on with the Eagles because the football gods just they're like, nope, dude, you had your chance, you lost. You ain't getting it again.
They brought too many Georgia players on the team at the same time, and then when the college season ended, they stopped playing good. That was it.
I don't get it either.
You know what's gonna be crazy too? You're gonna go in the off season, and all the Philly fans are gonna be like, "I want a new head coach. I want a new quarterback. I don't want to deal with this anymore." I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
They're the worst. Oh my God.
But that's every fan base, man. Like in Chicago,
if I ever got a quarterback, if I ever got a franchise quarterback, I wouldn't after one bad year be like, "This guy needs to go."
Yeah.
He's not even. It's not a bad year. It's not even.
Hugging my quarterback like it's okay, man. We'll get him next year.
Yeah.
I'm never letting you go. I don't want to let go of Sam Howell. He's not even a franchise quarterback.
Philly fans are that's them though, man. Philly fans
are the worst. They're the worst fan base.
They're just as bad as Chicago and Steelers.
We had a guy 3/4 of the season in.
So short fused, man.
I'm like, I don't want to let you go.
Snowballs at Santa Claus,
right?
The they're the worst. We don't throw batteries at refs. There's no one worse than Philly fans. Like, there's no one.
Right? Tank. And there's a thing on my book. 100 things.
You might throw
every.
No.
Tank might do it. It's the quiet ones that you want to worry about.
Right. I literally have
I love sports. I don't think I ever go to jail because my team lost. Like, fuck that, man. It's like
I got this.
I wouldn't do anything bad going to jail, but I would beat up a Green Bay Packer in the second.
Coming from the guy who threatened Nagy to go to his house.
I would.
Crap out of him. Yeah.
Okay. I probably do that. I went through batteries at him, though.
So
I use my bare hands.
Outside the LA Rams, I want to do. Like, honestly, if the Buccaneers beat the Eagles, good for them. They deserve it. Because the Buccaneers, nobody else thought that they would be this good as well.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody thought that they would be this good as well. As a matter of fact, we even went 3.5 on Buccaneers.
Hey, who knew Baker Mayfield was going to turn back into the good Baker Mayfield?
The good Baker, yeah. Which is
for a whole season. Because we said every other game he's going to be good. We're wrong. He did it most of the season. Baker Mayfield is probably top 10 quarterback.
We've always been Baker fans on this channel, because we know how good he is.
A good Baker.
He just was in a situation where the Browns never gave him the opportunity. It was always a different coordinator, like that different strategy. He never got the accustomed, rhythm. And then he was hurt, and then they didn't care, so they still played him. I'm glad that Baker's doing good here, because it wouldn't surprise me if he's there next year again.
Yeah, no, I
agree. You must be a bad parent to bring your child to the Chiefs game yesterday.
Oh, sweet. They didn't move the other game up. Thank God.
Well. But then, then you got kids who are like, oh, I'll never forget that game, how cold it was, and we went home happy. That could be the possibility.
Because they lost a finger from frostbite. It's like...
but not if they were bundled up correctly. You never know. But yeah, no. I look, overall, who am I picking? I'm picking Dallas. I'm picking Detroit. I'm picking Buffalo. I'm picking Tampa Bay. Those are my 4 picks. Any one of those teams can probably lose. It's so crazy, but I really think those 4 teams are advancing. I don't know about for the rest of you.
No, I think the exact same thing. Well, once the Rams could win, and I wouldn't be surprised at all. Cowboys win. I think that's going to happen. If Green Bay won, I'll be pissed, but I'll also be surprised. Buffalo beats Pittsburgh 9 times out of 10. So, unless it's just that one time, I don't see that happening. And Tampa Bay could beat Philly without AJ Brown. That could happen because Philly just hasn't. Philly turned from Philly and became Tennessee. I don't know. No.
Is Devontae Smith out too, or no? Or is he playing?
No, he's playing.
Oh, he's playing.
Yeah.
I know he's battling some injuries. Like I think he missed the last.
Yeah, he's not even
or something like that.
Yeah, but he's not even on the injury report.
Okay. Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, obviously, to me, like I said, the least exciting game should be the Buffalo Steelers game. I think the Buffalo just walks all over them. It might be a close game because of weather, but I still think Buffalo pulls it out.
You don't walk over Tomlin. Yeah. Tomlin figures out something. Like he does something.
Yeah. And then obviously, like you said, Tampa. I'm going Tampa. There's just too much going on Hurts hasn't thrown the ball all week. AJ Brown not playing, it's going to affect them. Plus, they don't run the ball when they should. So, and that's playoff football, running the ball. So, I mean, granted, it is in a warmer place, so it's not that big of an issue. But I don't know. For me, the hardest game for me to pick, mostly because I can't stand them, was the Packers-Cowboys game.
Yeah, I think that the Packers can't even hold up to them. I think the Packers. I think that game is blowout.
The Cowboys always find a way to lose.
Yeah, they against good teams, but the Packers aren't just. I think it's a blowout. I think we get 34-17.
I don't think the Packers.
Cowboys.
They shouldn't.
I'm mad if you said it was going to be 24-20. Now it's 37-14.
Could I see it? Yeah, no, and they come back. They let them kind of. I said they're going to have 24 nothing lead, and then
we're gonna
come
get to
back
the end
slowly.
of the show. It's going to be 56-10.
Packers should win this. I don't think they will.
They
snuck their way into the playoffs some way.
They're
not good.
LaFleur seems to know how to beat the Cowboys, though.
McCarthy's got it. McCarthy can figure it out.
No, yeah. This is his revenge game.
Yeah, McCarthy can figure it. And then you know what's going to happen?
He runs up the score.
After they beat the Packers, McCarthy's going to call A.J. Dillon. He's like, hey, man, come play with us. I'm telling you right now. A.J. Dillon to the Cowboys. I'm telling you right now. And McCarthy knows him. They need another solid running back. A.J. Dillon's going to be a Cowboy. You heard it here first.
And then without a doubt, I think the best game this weekend is going to be the Rams versus Detroit. Like, it's crazy that this is first time back in Detroit and it's a playoff game. And they're trying to ban Stafford jerseys. And it's insane.
But if he loses, though, it's just – can you imagine, like, peak Stafford on this Lions team? Like, it's kind of like –
he won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, with Dan Campbell. Oh, yeah, they would have been up there.
Yeah, so it kind of sucks. If I was Stafford, I'd be kind of pissed. Like, you motherfuckers can't do this.
At the same time,
he won a Super Bowl.
He got the Super Bowl.
That Stafford trade is what got him Laporta, Campbell, Gibbs.
It's true.
They got like all the big players from their team because of that Stafford trade.
And the truth is, Stafford and Goff are looking identical. Like their stats are
Lions
identical.
were smart. They did the right thing,
and they did well by Stafford too. Stafford can't be mad at them.
He got the ring. He got the bowl. So.
And Goff is like 10 years younger, 5, 6, 7 years younger, whatever it is. So,
wow! The man in the chair.
Was it a year apart? I swear he
fired 2019 after
2020.
Was it a year apart?
Yeah. So the only coach Dylan's ever known is LaFleur. So.
Get out. Really? I swear they were there the same year before McCarthy went over.
I'm so tired of people messaging me about how good these coaches that used to be on my team were.
Dude, you had everybody.
I get it. I know.
Crazy.
And not just that, but they were all on the same coaching staff on a team that only won 4 games.
Yep. And they all left and they all won the Super Bowls.
4 games.
It's all experience. They got better throughout time.
And they all that. I'm like, you know how much skill it takes to be that bad with that good of a coaching staff?
Yeah. But I think about the experience and everything they've gone through that only got them better to be coaches throughout the years. Yeah. I think back then they were all too young to realize
absolutely
how good of a coach they were going to be.
All of them, only Shanahan's over 40.
Yeah, they were all young.
They were 10 years ago.
Yeah, they didn't have the
2012, 13.
Wow,
14.
that's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we got 5 minutes, guys. We need to wrap this up.
I'm good. I'm just waiting on Tank's answers. Matter of fact, Tank,
I've been
close it out, too, because you're never here. Guys, this is Tank. He's our newest member.
Welcome in, Tank.
He's real big on movies and stuff, but he doesn't know jack about football, but we like him anyways. He's just as bad as this other guy
you
named
see
Fredo.
Him on Tuesday. You see him on Tuesday, all Tuesdays.
So yeah. But anyways.
Right. Well, I'm right there. Cowboys, Lions, Bills. I'm going Eagles. So.
Oh, spike bet because you're the only one I think who went Eagles.
Yeah, I think Eagles. But like you guys said, if the Bucks win, I'm not like gonna be like, ooh, yeah, like that's a crazy upset. Yeah, that one's gonna be pretty close. But it all depends on on Hurts. Like, how hurt is he still? And then injured. But I think they could squeeze it out. Because if they don't, like, oh my God, that they just completely had one of the worst seasons in a long, long time. You go 10-1, and then like you go what, including the wild card game, 1-8. If they lose today,
if they lose today, it's 1-6, right?
Just as bad of a season as
1-6, 1-7. Yeah. I mean, that's crazy. So yeah, but I think they're gonna probably squeeze it out. But yeah, the one today I'm watching for sure is like the Lions Rams. But we got a 3:30 game today, 3:30 game tomorrow, and then today and tomorrow, a late game. So
anything you got to do. Do it early.
Yep.
Get ready. Sit down. Get your food ready. Get your pizza, your wings ready, and we'll be ready to go. Enjoy football next 2 days.
Drafted more head coaches than 1,000
receivers. Yes, he did. And they're all linebackers.
Warwick was on the Redskins or the Washington team too. Oh my goodness, I hate my life.
All right, close it out, Tank.
All right, cool. Let's get out of here. Bring that down. Shit, man, I haven't done this in forever, man. Why are you making me do it?
Exactly. You're the new guy.
That's the point.
Appreciate everyone coming in, hanging out with us. Anthony Price, Braden, obviously, man in the chair. Kadani was in here. Jonathan Smith, everybody else. Appreciate all you guys. Come check us out on Tuesdays with Panda and Grizzly, Wednesdays with Dynasty Pylon. The season is not over. As Martin always says, that Dynasty goes all year long. So we're definitely these guys are going to do Dynasty all year long. Because Combine, end of February, we're about a month and a half away before Combine starts happening. So, so we're going to be talking about that stuff. So make sure you come in and check that out. So some Bears talk. We're going to be here every Sunday hanging out with you guys. So make sure you come and join the Dynasty Pylon channel. Appreciate all you guys. Thank you guys so much. Have fun. Wild card. So we're out of here. We will see you guys on Tuesday. Later.
Thanks, guys.
Later.